In the late 90s, the world was on the cusp of a technological revolution. The internet was rapidly becoming a powerful tool that had the potential to disrupt industries and change the way we lived our lives. Yet, even in this age of innovation, one giant of entertainment seemed untouchable: Blockbuster. At its peak, Blockbuster was the go-to place for movie lovers across the globe. The thrill of heading to a Blockbuster store on a Friday night to pick up the latest VHS or DVD was an experience many would fondly remember. But as we all know, that thrill didn't last. Blockbuster, once a towering behemoth in the video rental industry, would soon find itself on its knees. At the heart of this dramatic downfall is the story of Netflix, a company that started with a simple but revolutionary idea. Today, we'll explore how Netflix rose from humble beginnings and how it contributed to the eventual collapse of Blockbuster. Part 1. The birth of Netflix, 1997. Our story begins in 1997, when two men, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph, were brainstorming ideas for a new internet-based business. The dot-com era was in full swing, and everyone was looking for the next big thing. Initially, they tossed around various concepts, from selling baseball bats online to delivering pet food. But nothing quite clicked. They wanted to create a business model that was both scalable and recurring, a model where customers would keep coming back. Then, Reed Hastings had a personal experience that would change everything. One day, he forgot to return a VHS copy of Apollo 13 to his local Blockbuster. The late fee, a hefty $40. Frustrated, he wondered, why should customers be penalized for enjoying a movie a bit longer? This single moment sparked an idea. What if there was a video rental service where customers could rent movies without worrying about late fees? At first, the idea seemed improbable. VHS tapes were bulky, expensive to ship, and prone to damage. Shipping these tapes back and forth would be a logistical nightmare. But then, in 1997, something crucial happened: the launch of DVD technology. DVDs were lighter, cheaper to produce, and less fragile. This development gave Reed and Mark the perfect medium to deliver movies by mail. And so, Netflix was born. It wasn't a streaming service like today, it was a simple DVD rental by mail model. For a flat fee, customers could rent as many DVDs as they wanted and keep them as long as they liked. Once finished, they would mail the DVDs back in prepaid envelopes. No late fees, no penalties. Part 2. The Struggle to Succeed, 1998-2000. In 1998, Netflix officially launched its website. The concept was unique, but like any new business, Netflix faced hurdles. For one, it needed capital to scale. With minimal resources, they set up a low-budget office using second-hand furniture and folding tables. Employees were hired on the promise of shares in the company should the business succeed. On the first day of its website launch, Netflix received 137 orders. It was a modest start, but enough to prove that the idea had potential. However, there was still one major problem. Most customers weren't renting DVDs, they were buying them. Netflix had offered both options, but their rental service wasn't taking off as anticipated. The founders knew that for Netflix to survive, it needed a consistent stream of rentals, not just one-time purchases. They tried promotional campaigns, offering free rentals with DVD player purchases, but those strategies failed. The turning point came when Netflix shifted its focus entirely to a subscription model. For a monthly fee, customers could rent unlimited DVDs with no due dates or late fees. This allowed Netflix to generate steady revenue and retain customers longer, a key to long-term profitability. But despite these efforts, Netflix was still small compared to the dominant player in the market, Blockbuster, and soon a major decision would determine Netflix's future. Part 3. The infamous Blockbuster meeting, 2000. In the year 2000, Netflix was still struggling financially, and Reed Hastings saw an opportunity. If Blockbuster, the video rental giant, acquired Netflix, it could provide the resources Netflix desperately needed to scale. Hastings and Randolph approached Blockbuster with a proposal: $50 million to buy Netflix. They met with Blockbuster's CEO, John Antioco, who listened quietly as Hastings pitched his vision of an online DVD rental business. After a pause, Antioco responded, not with interest, but with laughter. He found the idea absurd, confident that Blockbuster's in-store rental model would remain dominant for years to come. Hastings and Randolph walked out empty-handed. That decision, as history would show, was a monumental mistake for Blockbuster. Part 4. Netflix's rise and Blockbuster's fall, 2000-2007. Netflix pressed on. The subscription model gained traction, and in 2002, Netflix went public. But it was the development of streaming technology that truly set Netflix apart. In 2007, Netflix introduced the option for customers to stream movies and TV shows directly to their devices, bypassing the need for physical DVDs altogether. This was a game changer. It was the beginning of the end for traditional rental stores like Blockbuster. While Netflix embraced the digital age, Blockbuster was slow to adapt. In a desperate attempt to catch up, Blockbuster launched its own DVD by mail service in 2004, but it was too late. Netflix had already solidified its place in the market. Blockbuster's downfall wasn't just due to Netflix. The rise of digital distribution, changes in consumer behavior, and mismanagement all contributed to its decline. Blockbuster had once made a staggering $800 million a year in late fees alone. But that business model, one that relied on penalizing customers, was no longer sustainable in the face of Netflix's customer-friendly approach. Part 5. The Final Blow and Netflix's Domination, 2008-2023. As Netflix continued to expand its streaming library and produce original content, Blockbuster's fortunes waned. By 2010, Blockbuster had filed for bankruptcy, and its remaining stores closed in the years that followed. The very company that had once laughed at Netflix's proposal was now obsolete. Netflix, on the other hand, grew exponentially. It revolutionized how people consume media, transitioning from a DVD rental service to a streaming giant, and later into an original content powerhouse with hits like Stranger Things and The Crown. Today, Netflix serves over 230 million subscribers globally, and its value exceeds billions of dollars. Meanwhile, Blockbuster exists only as a memory of a bygone era, a cautionary tale of what happens when companies fail to innovate. The story of Netflix and Blockbuster is not just about two companies, it's a story about disruption, adaptability, and the relentless march of technology. Netflix's success came from identifying a gap in the market, embracing emerging technologies, and putting the customer experience first. Blockbuster, on the other hand, became complacent, relying too heavily on an outdated business model. The lesson is clear. No matter how dominant you are, the failure to evolve in the face of change can lead to your downfall. In the end, it wasn't Netflix that killed Blockbuster. It was Blockbuster's refusal to adapt that sealed its fate. And with that, we wrap up today's video on how Netflix rose to power and led to the fall of Blockbuster. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more in-depth stories about the rise and fall of businesses, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching. And with that, we wrap up today's video on how Netflix rose to power and led to the fall of Blockbuster. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more in-depth stories about the rise and fall of businesses, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching.